right, so this is going to be an introduction to yoga, okay? The biggest thing is that we're just trying to synchronize our breath and movement, okay? Just try your best, follow along, okay? So take your knees nice and wide on your mat or towel, okay? Take your knees nice and wide on your mat. You want them wider than your hips, okay? Extend your hands out in front of you. Rest your forehead on your mat. And just focus in on your breath. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Ujjayi breathing, focus in on your breath. Again, knees nice and wide. Big toes together behind you. This first phase in yoga is called integration. Just trying to get integrated to our mat, our space. Good, come up to all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders. Okay, make sure your fingers are open nice and wide. Palms are gonna be flat on the ground. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Okay, knees underneath your hips. Okay? Flip to the bottoms of your feet, balls of your feet on the mat. Hips to the sky, down dog. Hips to the sky, down dog. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart here. Soft bend in your knees. Drop your head super heavy. Gaze in between your two ankles. Push your heart closer to your thighs. Good, back down all fours. Okay, again, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, balls of your feet on the mat, hips to the sky, down dog. Good, walk your hands to your feet, walk your hands to your feet. Feet are still shoulder width apart. Just check out your feet real quick. Make sure your set of toes are facing 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is the direction of your mat or towel. And then drop your head super heavy. Take your right hand, place it on the inside of your left bicep. Take your left hand, grab the right bicep. Again, feet are shoulder width apart, soft bend in your knees. Let your body just sway naturally, side to side, front to back. Release your hands to the ground. Release your hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands on top of your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way to mountain. Hands up above you. Pinkies in towards each other, look up. Hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, let it go. Deep breath in through your nose. Open up, let it go. Hands back to the sky. Pinkies in towards each other. Hands all the way down to the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Walk your hands back out to a down dog, hips to the sky. Feet are still shoulder width apart, soft bend in your knees. Come to a high plank. Lower to your knees. Slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Nice, slow, quietly. Tops of your feet on your mat. Just your fingertips are going to be underneath your shoulders. Not your palm, just your fingertips are going to be underneath your shoulders. You're going to look at the top of your mat the entire time. Okay? Inhale, lift your heart off the ground. This is called cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Hands flat on the ground. Press back to a child's pose. Big toes together behind you. Knees nice and wide. Child's pose. This is your home base. If you ever need to come out of a pose, this is what you sit in. Slowly come up to all fours. Again, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Curl your toes behind you, balls your feet on the ground, hips to the sky, down dog. Step your left foot to your left hand. Step your right to your right. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Rise to mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Step back to a down dog. Hips to the sky, down dog. Come to a high push-up. Slowly lower to your knees. Lower all the way down to your mat. Flips the tops of your feet. Fingertips underneath your shoulders. Look at the top of your mat. Lift your heart off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Hands flat, press back, child's pose. Up to your down dog. Up to your down dog. Hips to the sky. Feet shoulder width apart. Step your right foot to the top of your mat, followed by the left. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to mountain. Pinkies in towards each other. This time look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Step back, this time high push-up. Lower to your knees. It's going to be a little different this time. You're only going to lower halfway down. You're going to do half of a push-up. Flip the tops of your feet, up dog. Thighs off the ground, hips off the ground. Sway your hips side to side. Look straight ahead. Curl your toes, down dog, hips to the sky. Okay, this is the awakening series. This is called Sun A's. Step your left foot to the top of the mat, followed by the right. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise to mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Step back, high push-up. Drop to your knees here. Lower halfway down. Flip the tops of your feet, up dog. Thighs off the ground, hips off the ground. Curl your toes, down dog. Step your right foot to the top, followed by the left. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise to mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Step back, high push-up. Lower to your knees if you need to. If not, you can stay in the high plank. Go high to low push-up, halfway down. Flip the tops of your feet, up dog. Curl your toes, down dog. Those were our sun A's. Now we're on to our sun B's. All in the awakening phase. Lift your heels. Hover your knees 2 inches off the ground. Look in between your 2 hands. Back to your down dog. Hips to the sky. Lift your heels as high as you can. Hover your knees. Look in between your 2 hands. Walk or float to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. All right, I want you to check out your feet real quick. Make sure your feet are in the same direction as your mat. That's called 12 o'clock. Okay, and your feet are like 1 to 2 inches apart. Feet are 1 to 2 inches apart, both facing 12 o'clock. Same direction as your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Sit in a chair. Okay, hips back, knees behind your toes. Okay, just hands on your hips here to start. Okay, squeeze your shoulder blades together. I want a flat back. Okay, so make that kind of adjustment as you check yourself out. Remember, feet are 1 to 2 inches apart. Now bring your hands to the sky. Straight up in front of you, pinkies in towards each other. Hips back, here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Step back, high push-up. Drop to your knees here if you need to. Either way, we all lower halfway down. Flip the tops of your feet, up dog. Curl your toes, down dog. Step your right foot to your right hand. Keep both hands on the ground here. Spin your left foot so it's now flat on the ground. Okay, this is called Warrior 1. Bring your hands to your hips. Okay, make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Your right knee is directly over your right ankle. My right thigh is relatively parallel, okay, with my mat. And then I want you to turn your right hip, okay, back and your left hip forward. So both hips should be facing 12 o'clock. Same direction on your mat. Now bring your hands to the sky. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Step back. High push-up. Lower halfway. Up dog. And down dog. Left foot, step it to your left hand. Spin your right foot so it's flat on the ground. Hands on your hips. Warrior 1. Okay, again, bring your right hip forward, your left hip back. Right foot is flat on the ground. Josh, see if you can get a little bit lower and longer on your mat. Okay, your right leg should be straight. Remember, your left knee should be directly over your left ankle. Don't want our knee pushing in front of our toes. And then bring your hands to the sky. Here for 3, 2, 1. Hands down. High push-up. Drop to your knees here if you need to. We're gonna go high to low push-up, halfway down. Up dog. And down dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look in between your 2 hands. This time try to jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, jump. Exhale, fold. Again, look at your feet, make sure they're 1 to 2 inches apart. Both set of toes facing 12 o'clock. Sit in your chair. We're here for 3. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, flat back. We want a flat back here. Hands up. 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Step back, high push-up. Lower halfway. Up dog. Curl your toes, down dog. Right foot step into your right hand, warrior 1. Again, right knee over your right ankle, hands to the sky. Try to get longer on your mat. Straight left leg behind you. 2, 1, hands down. Step back, high push up, lower halfway, up dog, and down dog. Left foot, step it to your left hand, spin your right foot. Left knee over your left ankle, warrior 1, hands up. We're here for 3. Both hips facing 12 o'clock. 2, 1. Hands down, step back. Flow, high to low push up dog, and down dog. Let's do that one more time. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look in between your 2 hands, jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, exhale, fold. Sit in your chair. Here for 3, hands up. 2, squeeze your shoulder blades together, hips back. Remember, feet are 1 to 2 inches apart, Aditya. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Step back, high push up. Lower halfway, up dog, and down dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, spin your left foot, warrior 1. This time we're only here for 1. Bring your hands to the sky, look up, hands back down. High push up, low push up dog, and down dog. Left foot, step it to your left hand, warrior 1. We repeat the movements. Hands up, look up, hands down, step back, high push up, low push up dog, and down dog. Come back to a child's pose. Child's pose. Knees on the ground nice and wide. Forehead resting on your mat. Big toes together behind you. And just focus in on your breath. Slowly back up to all 4s. Curl your toes behind you, hips to the sky, down dog. Right leg up in the air, nice and high. See if you can get that right leg straight. Flex the toes back towards you. Bring your right knee to your nose, hover it off the ground. Step that foot in between your 2 hands. Okay? Look at your back set of toes. Both set of toes should be facing 12 o'clock right now. This is called crescent lunge. Right knee over your right ankle. Slowly rise up here. Okay? Left heel off the ground. Left heel off the ground. Good. Spin warrior 2. Spin warrior 2. Look outside your right set of fingertips. Hands up, shoulder high. Good, bring your right forearm down to your right thigh. It's called extended side angle. Look up at your left fingertips. Good, back to warrior 2. Hands out to the T. Good, bring your hands to your mat. Step back, down dog. Left leg up in the air, nice and high. Flex the toes back towards you. Knee to nose. Step it through, right in between your 2 hands. Both set of toes facing 12 o'clock. In warrior 1, our right foot was flat. This time we're keeping it, okay, off the ground. Our heel is up as high as we can. And then rise up, crescent lunge. Straight right leg behind you, right heel off the ground. Josh, both set of toes facing 12 o'clock. Yep, there you go, good. Now spin warrior two. Left forearm down to your left thigh, extended side angle. Look up at your right set of fingertips. Back to warrior two. Hands up to the T. Hands down, hips to the sky, down dog. Right leg up in the air, nice and high. Bring your right knee behind your right hand. Right knee behind your right hand. Your right set of toes are going to be underneath your left hip. Okay, right set of toes underneath your left hip. This is called pigeon, half pigeon. Okay, you're slowly going to bring your forearms to the ground and rest. This is a hip opener here. We just want to stretch out, focusing on our breath. Bring your hands back to the ground. Bring your right leg back behind you, down dog. Left leg up in the air. Bring your left knee behind your left hand. Left set of toes underneath your right hip. And then slowly bring your forearms down to the ground. Rest, relax. Okay, if you're struggling touching your forearms, you can always stack your fists. Okay, and then rest your forehead here. All just depends on your flexibility. Hands back to the ground. Push yourself back to your down dog. Bring your knees to the ground. Swing your feet around to the front. And just sit up nice and tall. Tops your hands on your thighs, palms up in the air. Sit up nice and tall, straight spine. Close your eyes here. Well, I want you to do the same thing. Just sit up nice and tall, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, let it go. Deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, let it go. Deep breath in. This time, hold your breath. Open up, let it go. Bring your hands to heart center. Okay, you just close out the practice, okay, by bringing your thumbs to your forehead, and together we say namaste.